What do Bo-Katan Kryze, Prime Minister Almec, and even Din Djarin have in common? They were all part of Death Watch in some form or another. Mandalorian creeds vary slightly from one clan to the next. I will be discussing why Prime Minister Almec denounced Jango Fett, Din Djarin denounced Bo-Katan Kryze, and Bo-Katan denounced Boba Fett. Today on Star Wars Fanatic. If you are new to the channel or just haven't done so yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date with videos as I release them. Go on and hit the like button and share the video as well. Okay, let's jump right in. Prime Minister Almec greets Obi-Wan Kenobi just before presenting the Jedi to Duchess Satine Kryze. Obi-Wan and the Mandalorian Prime Minister discuss recent events involving Mandalorian warriors. Prime Minister Almec tells the Jedi Master that all of the Mandalorian warriors were banished to the moon Concordia years ago and that they had all died out. Obi-Wan then asks if he is sure and that he had an encounter with a man wearing Mandalorian armor, Jango Fett. Almec then gets irritated and tells Obi-Wan that Jango Fett is just a common bounty hunter and how he got that armor was beyond him. We all now know that he was lying, since the Mandalorian television series has confirmed that Jango Fett was in fact a Mandalorian. So why would Almec lie about it? A couple of reasons. For one, he was vying for political power and working behind the scenes with Death Watch as they ramped up their forces for an attack on Mandalore to take control. All the while, Almec was pretending to be a faithful servant to Satine Kryze. Reason number two, he was Death Watch. Jango Fett fought against Death Watch with his mentor Jaster Mereel in the Mandalorian Civil War, after his birth family was murdered by Death Watch. Almec knew the Fett name well and would rather denounce it than acknowledge anything dealing with the true Mandalorians, which is what Jango Fett's adopted clan was called, so Almec lied about it. Now on to Din Djarin. Why did he denounce Bo-Katan Kryze? Din Djarin comes from a covert called the Children of the Watch. Sound familiar? That's right, it's a splinter cell of Death Watch, the same fanatics that Prime Minister Almec, Pre Vizsla, and Gar Saxon belong to. They have a strict creed that does not allow for removal of their helmets, no matter the situation. When Bo-Katan and her Night Owls removed their helmets in front of Mando, he said they were not Mandalorians. He denounced. Bo-Katan responded that he is from a clan that are extremists. She showed him that his way isn't the only way, and many can be Mandalorians by following slightly different creeds. He accepted it and moved on, but he did denounce them at first. Next up, Din Djarin meets up with Boba Fett and takes him to a bar where they find Bo-Katan and Casca Reeves. I still want to know what happened to Axel Woves. Bo-Katan hears Boba talk and recognizes his voice as that of a clone of Jango Fett. She says he is no Mandalorian. She denounced him. She even said he was a disgrace to his armor because he said the Empire destroyed Mandalore. There is a fight, and all is well again, just before they set out on their adventure to rescue the child, Grogu. So why did she denounce Boba Fett as a Mandalorian? Again, I have a couple of reasons. First, she heard the voice of a clone and had a moment of confusion. But the biggest reason is because Boba Fett was the clone of Jango Fett. Why is that so important? Well, remember what I said about Jango fighting with the true Mandalorians against Death Watch? Well, before splitting off and starting the Night Owls, Bo-Katan Kryze was a member of Death Watch, a high-ranking member at that. At that time, she would have either been directly involved in the Mandalorian Civil War or heard the tales from Pre Vizsla, Almec, or Gar Saxon. Tales involving the last free Fett. I say free because the Death Watch captured Jango Fett's sister and aunt and turned them into assassins for the Death Watch. The Fett name was well known throughout their ranks. So it seems Death Watch has a tendency of denouncing those who do not follow their creed, or destroying them. Death Watch were terrorists who believed in the old Mandalorian ways of conquest, war, and taking what they wanted. Jango Fett fought against that until his clan was wiped out. True, Bo-Katan left Death Watch, but if you look at her motivations in the show and her actions, she is still hungry for power and wants to rule Mandalore. That was her entire reason for enlisting Ahsoka Tano and helping her rid Mandalore of Darth Maul. He ruled the planet and its people, and she wanted that power. Bo-Katan even tricked Din Djarin into helping her with more than he bargained for when they took the Imperial ship. She manipulated him. Sounds like she is still carrying some Death Watch ideals, even enlisting the help of a Jedi to fight against other Mandalorians, just as Death Watch did during the Mandalorian Civil War. They manipulated the Jedi into killing all of the true Mandalorians. All but one, Jango Fett. Okay, so Almec lied to Obi-Wan, and yet fans believed him when he said Jango wasn't a Mandalorian. Bo-Katan has lied and manipulated to gain power, and fans believed her when she said Boba Fett isn't a Mandalorian. Din Djarin denounced people all over the place, but he was just trying to stick with the only creed he knew. We now see him questioning that creed. Death Watch has done nothing positive for the Mandalorian people. It all reverts back to whether Boba Fett is a Mandalorian. Almec was Death Watch and lied about Mandalorian warriors. Bo-Katan lied to Din Djarin about what their mission actually was. Why do fans still believe them? Decide for yourself. I do have my preferences, but I'm okay with whatever creative choices are made for the character of Boba Fett. However, I will say this. I do not trust Death Watch, especially members of the group that have proven their dishonesty, even to other Mandalorians. The Mandalorian warriors are always warring with each other. It shows this in Star Wars Rebels. Sabine Wren even talks about it, so you decide what makes someone a Mandalorian. Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to be updated when I release new content. Hit the thumbs up, show your support for what I do here as well. Thank you for watching, and remember, this is the way, the only way.